Well, our timing isn't fantastic, but we are here. We are here. Oh, it's going to be fun. We are top toast. We are talking Fantastic Four. It is a big deal, and we're going to get there. Oh, speaking of big deals, big that booty.
Sorry, had to turn the fucking fountain off.
Mate, you just turned my fountain on, but moving on. Moving on. I am squirting up all on the bottom of this desk right now. So thank you for that. I like to hit the ground running, as it were. How you be, McManus? Other than late, how are you?
I'm sorry, running behind myself today, running all the way, trying to
Just
get on time.
kids, just don't even
Never
bother
happens.
feeding them. To be honest, they're
Well,
more that way.
I've got to, otherwise, they waste away, moan, and then die.
No,
So I can't have that.
survival of the fittest. You know, they gotta adapt to their environment, even if it is one without.
No, it's all right. My son's feral, mate. He'll find a way.
Oh, mate, have you I don't know if we talked about this. Have you seen Yellow Jackets?
Yellow, what, the show?
The show Yellow Jackets.
No, it's on my fucking list.
Mate, what a fucking crazy ride. I don't like doing it, but I subscribed to Paramount Plus just so I
Hmm,
could watch that one show. It has got some other
okay.
stuff on there. Like it's got all the Dexter, it's got all the Star Trek, Mission Impossibles or whatever. But
Hmm.
mate, Yellow Jackets is so good. Do you know
Oh,
anything about it at all?
no, all I come across is the fucking thumbnail. Like I just see the
Right.
thumbnail and just haven't bothered. Uh,
Okay. So
but it's unlike me.
no, get on it, man. It's a high school like girls soccer team, and they take a plane because they're going to like a state championship match or whatever it is, and
Okay.
the plane crash lands in the fucking wilderness.
Oh,
So it's like a dozen high school girls with all their, high school politics and, you know, allegiances and, some like, like the hierarchy. It's like Mean Girls meets like, you know, survival. What's that movie Alive where they crash in the Andes or whatever. So
yeah.
imagine that, but it's Mean Girls. So they've got all their, pre-established relationships that are kind of like weird and unhealthy
Mm.
before they even start, and now they're stranded in the woods, in the mountains, like having to survive. Shenanigans ensue, needless to say. Like winter comes hard and cold,
As it
food
always does.
starts drying up. They you know where it's going. You know where
Yep.
it's going, and it's so crazy because like you see them like they develop like their own like culture and like religion and like certain ways of doing things, and also they're still going through like high school girl shit. You know what I mean? So like
Sounds madness.
it's absolute madness. And it flashes backwards and forwards. So you see them when they're teenagers in the wilderness, and then every now and then it'll flash forward to them like in their adult lives and like what they're up to now.
Mm.
And you slowly start to see like the things that they're doing in their adult lives are definitely like they've all been warped by this experience, and they're all carrying like the baggage with them like as adults, and how it sort of unravels differently for all of them, and then like brings like starts like bringing some of them back together and like shared trauma and all this sort of stuff. But not all of them have the best relationship either because of stuff that goes down. It just unfolds, man. It's so good. It's got Juliette Lewis is in it. She plays one of the adult versions of the characters. Christina Ricci is really good in it. She's like an absolute path.
Oh, Melanie Linsky.
Yeah, everyone is so good, like the kids and the adults, man. Everyone is really good in that show. There's 3 seasons so far. Binged it all in like a couple of weeks, and only to find out that they haven't even started filming season 4 yet. So now I've got like a year at least, if I'm lucky, before season 4 comes out. I think they said it's going to run for 5 seasons.
Fucking hell, Elijah Wood's in this.
Elijah Wood pops up in there, not in season 1, but I think it's season 2.
Oh shit, there's a lot of
He
people.
comes into it. Yeah, there are a few dudes on the plane as well, so you can imagine there's some extra complications that come with that, like a dozen teenage girls and like 3 guys, and the guys don't have as good a time of it as you would imagine. Because at first you're like, oh, they've got it made, they're high in demand. But
you're mine, bitch.
maybe or maybe not, it plays out differently for all of them, because you've got one of the guys is like older, he's the coach or whatever. So he gets put in some dicey situations, to say the least. And then there's like, I don't know, he's got like an apprentice or like, like a helper or assistant. So there's a couple of younger guys in there as well.
Yeah, they're coaching him.
Mate, it's so good. Definitely get on that. And also, maybe there's supernatural shit going on in the woods as well. Maybe not. Maybe it's all in the head. I don't know. You'd have to find out. So yeah,
I'm gonna look. Yeah, I'm looking into this later then.
It's so good, Matt. It's like 10. I think it's 9 or 10 episodes a season. They're all like hour long. There's some really great music in it as well, like all these cool, like obscure, like female fronted rock bands and stuff, like from the 80s and 90s, and I think some newer ones as well. But yeah, absolutely check that out. And that's, that'll be fun for you to binge.
Yeah, I need a new show to watch because
it sounds like it.
I'm caught up to mostly like the stuff that's recently come out. Don't know if you've seen or heard about this latest show that got shadow dropped on or latest movie that got shadow dropped on Netflix.
What's that one?
It's called K-pop Demon Hunters.
Oh, mate, I've heard so many people talking about this, and apparently it's really fucking good.
Yeah.
Is it live action or is it anime?
No, it's in. You know how Sony do like they do their live animations, if you know what I mean.
Right.
It's animated, but it's good animation.
Yeah.
But they've put their anime, like where someone makes an emotion in anime or an expression, their eyes go like ridiculous. They're like, ah! It's got all of that in this,
right?
But it's really fucking well done. And
it's
how
like
Sony
polished or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And I'm a fussy bitch when it comes to music. I really am.
Yeah.
But the I think even my kids are obsessed with the movie, and it's like my son's just like, "Can we watch it? Can we watch it? Can we watch it?" And I'll put it off for like a week or so. It's like it just says K-pop, No, thank you. And so we sat down, we all watched it, and then by the end of that movie, I was almost dad crying because I'm like, this fucking movie's awesome.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna watch it. I might watch it at the weekend.
Mm.
Um, I
There's,
don't currently have a Netflix account. I cancelled it
mm,
back in like February or March now,
mm.
and I was going to get it back for Squid Game season 3, and I just haven't got round to it yet. Have you watched that, by the way?
Yeah, we watched it the day it came out.
Like,
It,
tell me
it, wa-
nothing.
it
Is it
no, no,
like
no, no spoilers.
half a season, like the last one? Is it like 6 or 7 episodes or something?
Yeah, yeah,
But is
and
it good?
yeah, it kind of throws a curveball at you at the end
I've
because
heard
like
that there's something weird at the end that may or may not tie into the American version that they're apparently doing, which is
mm,
supposed to be getting directed by David Fincher of all fucking people.
yeah, I heard that. I was like,
So that's pretty cool if that happens, and it
yeah,
sounds like this might set up for that. And
it's what also made you just go that it's also who you see in the scene, and you're just like, huh?
yeah, no, I'm looking forward to it. I will get to that at some point, and yeah, I'll might as well. Well, I'll have it for the month, so I'll have plenty of time to watch that and K-pop demon dickheads or whatever it is.
Yeah, it's obviously done good because there's a song in it called Golden, and it's at number 4 at the moment here and in America.
Every YouTube channel I follow or subscribe to, like I'm just mentioning it for like the last like 3 weeks. I've just heard nothing but
Yeah,
everything about it.
it's
You know what I mean?
yeah, it's pretty much fucking everywhere. And there, like for it, there was no. I don't even think there was much advertising, or no one knew about it. It's just Netflix went, here you go. We like doing
Yeah.
this now and then. What do you think of this? Like,
Yeah.
I didn't even look that it's like um, Sony animation. I thought it was up there with fucking DreamWorks, like the
Yeah.
way they make movies, and they just like, yeah, go fucking cry at this. Fuck you, give me our money.
Yeah, no, I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued. But before we get to Fantastic Four, which we will very eagerly, in fact, and I didn't put this in the thing, but it was San Diego Comic Con's this past weekend,
Yes, yes, it
right?
was.
So I thought we'd do a big old breakdown of all the news and all the stories and all the exciting stuff that come from because every year San Diego Comic Con,
SDCC.
it's juicy news time, baby. So I
Mm,
thought we'd quickly run down all the biggest fun scoops from this year's San Diego Comic Con. You ready?
let's go.
Peacemaker Season 2's getting a new fucking song. That's it. That's fucking it. That's fucking it, my manners. Like, I know we're in a post-pandemic world, and I know there's no more like big like stuff. I mean, other than like Avatar in like December
I'm
or
I'm
whatever,
s-
but
I'm
there's
so glad. I'm so glad you
nothing,
bring this up. Go on. Yeah, go on.
nothing. What are we? I know, like, I know it kind of got bloated. It was like too crazy. It was costing the studios like millions to book panels because it was, it became so big and coveted for like marketing. And I guess that what's the point of advertising at Comic Con? Because the people who are at Comic Con are the ones that are going to see the shit anyway.
Yeah.
But James Gunn was there. Supergirl is coming out. There's a whole universe to build, James. Give
It's
us
one.
something.
Yeah, so I do like seeing James Gunn because I've actually sat down and listened to quite mostly all of his uh, interviews in the last couple of weeks, And like that is one guy. Like, when it comes to movies, I can skip the shit out of people talking about the fucking movie coming out because if it looks good, I'm gonna go watch it. I don't need to listen to the actors telling me about the movie they're in. Like I'll go fucking watch it for myself. But cool, thanks. But yeah, James Gunn, I will sit down and literally I'll watch the whole interview with him talking.
I've always been a big fan of James Gunn. He made one of my favourite movies of all time, Super. The Guardians films are great, and yeah, like the way he handled like his interviews and stuff when those were coming out, you know, the PR with the, you know, posting about the raccoon that he had as a pet or whatever, you know, all that stuff. Like, and he's really passionate, but I just feel like something's missing. The way he's fucking handling the PR with DC and everything since he started. It's like, oh, you know, the budget's this, it's got to make this. Oh no, if it doesn't make this, it's fine because this and that. And it's like, you know, and as I said in our review as well, for a movie that fucking preaches kindness and understanding, they sure as hell don't have a lot of kindness and understanding. But I'm not going down that road. But he get coming, and that's it. Peacemaker's getting a new song for the new season.
I'm so glad you bring that up because
trailer maybe for a TV show that I don't.
yeah.
I have not seen season one, so maybe that bias.
Oh, you
bit.
fucking!
I just
You see, you haven't.
care. I just don't really care. Like
You're gonna thoroughly enjoy fucking
I'm sure
Peacemaker,
I would
man.
like
You
it.
need to watch that.
I'm sure I will like it. It doesn't. It's not available on any of the things that I have, and I'm not going out of my way to track it down and watch it.
It really is. It really is. John Cena take like if you mind wiped John Cena, yeah, and put him in a Peacemaker costume, that's fucking Peacemaker.
Yeah, no,
Because
he's good in the role. He's good in the movie. Like it, the way they've tailored that character to fit his personality. He's good. I do like him as the
but
character.
the way they portray him in the way they portray him in the movies compared to the comic book version, like you have
Yeah,
a totally different idea of what it is, and they just made John Cena like they made Peacemaker. Oh, fucking idiot!
I was sold from the first Suicide Squad trailer when it came out, and there's that line about like I love peace and justice so much. If this whole field was filled with dicks, I would eat them all for peace and justice or whatever. I don't remember the exact
You need
line,
a whole field of dicks.
but as soon as I heard that, I'm like, I get this character. Like, I understand this guy's like logic and mentality completely, and I
Yeah,
like it. But really, you've got like a whole universe to like start getting people excited for, which apparently people are because of Superman. It didn't really get my juices flowing. But come on, Lanterns is coming out in like March. Supergirl is coming out. Give us a logo, give us a teaser, give us something. Oh no. I was like, and
nah,
Marvel not
nah,
even
bitches, you
there.
can wait.
Like there's supposed to be a Wonder Man TV show coming out. At least give me that as well. At least give me one TV show from each fucking of the big two. But what a depressing state of affairs we're living in, McManus. It's just what happened to the
Yeah,
good old days, the Infinity War trailer days, the
yeah.
refreshing
Where
news
we?
all weekend, waiting for like the next big casting.
Yeah,
The
that
fucking what's coming
refresh.
out. Give me. You haven't got to announce like a whole fucking 10-year list of movies.
No, just give us
Give me
something
a
new.
couple. Give me
Like,
something.
like, give us something. Like, give us something new, which is what everyone wants to. Most of all, stick with your fucking plans. If you're gonna plan it, fucking make sure it makes sense 10 years down the fucking line.
Which is probably
Because
why they're not announcing stuff, because you never know what's gonna make it all the way, do you? So I get it.
yeah,
I get it. I just you wouldn't like you barely even know anything happened this weekend. The fucking Nathan Fillion show, The Rookie, had a panel. The fuck do we want The Rookie at Comic-Con for? Who gives a shit? Dan Harmon talking about Rick and Morty, you know, a show that hasn't been relevant for nearly a decade.
I've still watched fucking Rick and Morty. Fuck you.
I dropped off at like season 3 or 4.
I've got a plus, like, I've got an Oodie of Rick and Morty.
I don't know. I never got back on, and it didn't seem like it was worth it. You know, and with all the stuff that went on, I was just like, oh, whatever. I think it had its time. I liked it, and
yeah, the controversy kind of kicked it in the ass like a bit, and like it made a lot of people fucking drop off. Shit.
And it also sort of turned into like the thing that it seemed to be very like anti. You know, it's very like anti-expectation, sort of going against the grain. You know, and now they're doing, you know, like James Gunn and Zack Snyder bits and stuff. It sort of looks like it's turned into Family Guy a little bit, but I don't know.
Oh yeah, that James Gunn bit had me in fucking stitches. And the Zack Snyder bit is like, hey, it's like protein. It's like,
fucking, fine, but maybe.
Speaking of, sorry, go on.
No, you go.
I was going to say, speaking of animators, sorry, I am in the garden, so other people are out here. Speaking of animation, have you managed to see anything of the new South Park episode?
I've heard all about it, and yeah, I think I've heard everything I need to. I don't think I need to see that. I've not liked South Park since the movie, to be honest. Every now and then they'll have a funny bit or a good episode. But like was it the Walmart episode or whatever? I really liked that one. And you know, like they did the anime episode and like the World of Warcraft episode or whatever. Every now and then there's one that tickles me, but generally I haven't watched it since the movie came out, which is still one of the best musicals ever put on film, by the way. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, they put the live gig on Paramount. I put that on now and then.
Fucking started about Paramount with South Park. They've got every episode of South Park. They've got every special. You know what they don't have? The fucking goddamn movie.
I know.
Why? Fuck, man.
And
you talk about this for a minute. I've got to go and hate scream into a pillow real quick.
Jesus. Yeah. Well, if you've seen it was fucking brilliant. I was actually sat there. I was cooking dinner, and then it just got released on Paramount. So okay, this seems to be catching some buzz. So fuck it, I'm gonna watch it, and it was just fucking ridiculous. I haven't laughed that much in a fucking while. I really haven't. Yeah, even though I hate the what's it. Well, no, even. I hate the what's it, and it offended him, and apparently he's angry about it. Fucking good. And the whole fact that the whole crew.
Goddamn movie! Fuck's sake!
There we go. No, literally the whole. I was just saying the whole. The cast and people involved in the latest episodes. Even Trey and Matt went to Comic-Con, and they got asked. It was like, "What's your reaction about the first episodes of the new season?" And they just go, "We're so sorry."
Yeah, because they just got bought out. Like they're under this big company now, aren't they? That's just Paramount have just done a deal with or whatever, and I think that company is like owned or funded by the Trump administration in some way or whatever. So they were just like, yeah, we're just going to do a fuck you, which is, you know, what do you expect? What do you
It,
expect?
it,
Like, it seemed part
oh,
of the course, and just because they did like an AI bit where he looks very realistic and whatever,
fucking brilliant.
I don't think that really changes it.
Well, no,
It's
they
not like they posted the AI clip like with no context or something. It's like it's in a South Park episode. You know what
they
they're
and
about.
and
It's
you
not.
know how what they did. You know what they did to Saddam, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Again, in
they
the
did
movie,
the same fucking thing to him, and he's got the same fucking voice. It's just,
yeah, which is pretty fitting, unfortunately. But I don't want to get too political. But yeah,
no, no,
I
no,
mean,
not at all.
it's fine. I mean, whatever. I like, it was all over the news cycle for like a day, and then
And I'm not even a fucking South Park fan because when I was doing music college, like that was all everyone was on about. Oh, did you watch South Park last night? You watched South Park
yeah,
last night? You watched South Park? Like, no, fuck off about South
yeah. I
Park.
got fed up of hearing people quoting South Park and Family Guy, so it really turned me off those shows. And like I say,
Yeah.
that's kind of what happened, sort of, to Rick and Morty as well. So
Mm.
you know, I'm just gonna watch my 2 seasons of Earthworm Jim from 1993 and and,
Fucking
and be done with it. Like whatever. I got my Dragon Ball Z box set. I can watch I can watch
Well, you
those.
got all the sagas.
Yeah, I've got like the Saiyans, the Raditz all through to Boo or whatever.
Oh, nice.
I don't have
That's
any of the
awesome.
movies. Yeah. No,
Oh, there.
I've got them on DVD.
It's no, the movies don't even fucking make sense. So there's no point.
Yeah,
If
they're
if you
crazy.
just if you just want to watch a Dragon Ball Z movie, yeah, get them. But there is no fucking sense to them whatsoever.
No, there's no rhyme or reason to it. They're all out of order. Like some of,
Mm,
to be fair, I do like some of them. I like the big dragon and the guy with the hair and the orange hair and the sword or whatever. I like all that. I like a bit of Broly.
mm.
And
Oh yeah, who doesn't like a psychopathic Super Saiyan who can blow up at any moment?
yeah, Cooler was decent.
Kicking Vegeta in the dick. That's always awesome.
No, Vegeta gets a bum rap, man. And I don't watch Super, by the way. I won't say I'm a purist because I actually like Dragon Ball GT, which is probably the only time anyone's ever said
Yeah.
that. But I think
No,
GT,
I went to watch. Yeah, I watched GT. Well, the last time I watched it was when it was on fucking Cartoon Network.
yeah, I haven't watched it since then. I don't have it on DVD, so I guess that's
Mm.
telling that but I would like to get it. And to me, that's all I need. I don't need, you know, 18 levels of like gods of destruction and there's blue hair and green hair and there's like evil Goku and
Oh mate,
too much, man.
I know it is a lot. It is a watch, but yeah, I remember the first time I looked at all the episodes on Super, and I went, no, no.
I'm not doing it.
I only did I only spent how many years of my childhood like watching all of it and then drawing it, and then come and watch over 100 episodes, like, and
Yeah,
then and then I go, oh fuck it, I'll go and binge One Piece. Jesus fucking
lunatic. You
Christ!
absolute fucking masochist. I'm not doing that, but I know what it's
No,
about. I know it's like a whole nother life you got to live for that shit.
oh yeah, you know the worst thing is, Dean, I'm caught up. Like I am caught up with all of it.
That is
Just over
crazy.
took me just over 2 years, and like yeah, and that's with intervals. Otherwise, you're gonna go fucking
Yeah, that is
mental.
crazy. I like the premise of the show, but I don't know if I have that in me to, you know, God forbid there's another pandemic, but if there was, maybe I'd consider trying. Maybe.
Yeah, it's pretty much trying to. I was squeezing in up to 10 episodes a day when I was on my own.
Yeah. I am.
Because that show is all but fucking cliffhangers, and it really pisses me off.
Well, I'll tell you what we're not going to do. We're not going to leave you on a cliffhanger anymore. We are going to give you what you came for if you did indeed come. Bear with me. We are, of course, going to get into Fantastic Four. First Steps McManus. It's been a long time coming. Every year that ends with a 5 for the last 2 decades, 3 decades, has had a Fantastic Four movie, and they've all been horrible in different ways, in various different ways. They had a couple of good qualities, but nothing just ever had the full package. You know what I mean?
I liked my 2007 Fantastic Four movie. I was a kid. I didn't know better.
Rise of the Silver Surfer is all right until you get to the end. I actually like a fair few chunks of that, and there's some okay ideas in the 2015 movie, but that just went off a cliff so hard that it's not even, you know, I wouldn't even bother watching that again. But the first little bit of it is all right, actually. You're like, oh, what's everyone talking about? This ain't that bad. Oh.
Do you remember is it Jeremy Bauer? The guy who plays Captain Holt in Brooklyn Nine-Nine?
I don't watch it. Oh, but he's the guy who's the general in Silver Surfer.
He's the bad general who gets sent into a rock and blown apart by Doom.
Yes. Did you know that when they wrote the script for that movie, that character was supposed to be Nick Fury, but Marvel wouldn't give Fox the rights to use Nick Fury because
you're gonna kill him.
Yeah, and they would have killed Nick Fury in the movie as well. So that gives you an idea of just how low they were willing to stoop.
Well, to be fair, I'm surprised Doom's killed every fucking one in the comics, in different comics anyway. How he hasn't fucking done it to main superheroes in the movie yet, is astonishing. But
he may even be in this movie. We don't know.
Yeah, I'm heading towards this. I'm heading to think there's going to be You want to see dead superheroes? Hold my fucking beer. Yeah, I'm thinking there's going to be one of them moments going to come in our future.
I think there's definitely going to be casualties when we get to Doomsday. But before we get to Doomsday, before we get to the spoilers, McManus, I'm buckling myself up for another go at this fucking team that nobody can ever seem to quite get right. The one that got it most right was the one they didn't even release. The 94 version. The Roger Corman one.
I still see little clips of that fucking.
Pretty good. It's pretty good, but you can't find it anywhere. Every now and then it'll pop up on something, but they always take it down. I
know. I bet some fucker out there actually has it and just keeps posting fucking little clips.
Of course they are. Good way to get traction on your channel before they shut you down permanently. So, watching this one, McManus, I'm gonna put it like this: the old-timey news montage thing got really old for me real quick. It's the Fantastic Four. See, here they go, rising up into space on an adventure.
Fantastic Four, eh?
Fantastic Four. This is what they did. This is what they're doing. Here's a quick clip of the adventures that they've been having. And it's like, it's just fucking, give me a fucking something to sink my teeth into. You know, I was thinking about it, right? And I was like, I would have preferred it if this movie started with what they did with Superman, just a little bit of text and then just throw you into the world. And I think Superman would have benefited from a montage at the beginning instead of just opening with him getting the shit kicked out of him. But I digress. I'm not trying to compare, but I just thought that was interesting. I thought that would have been the better way. Like it just, I was struggling to like get into the characters and just get into the world. It's like it just kept jumping around, and it was just all cut up into, you know, you like just a choppy chop montage. I'm like, oh,
Fast paced,
okay.
like here.
Yeah, I would
Like,
have liked open with just like one action scene of them like fighting one of the classic villains instead of telling me about it on a news report. Just
yeah, just like a
open
3 minute,
actors,
little fighty. Yeah,
characters. You know what I
yeah.
mean? And so that was that. There's
Well,
also
they did. No, sorry, they did have the what's the monster from the first appearance of
Giganto.
Fantastic?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
they
No,
did have that. That was only a couple of seconds,
don't get
but
me wrong. It was like 3 seconds, but it looked
yeah.
glorious. I just would have loved to just do that whole battle and just let that whole thing play out and let us learn
Or yeah,
about the
or
world.
open the movie, open the first 3 minutes with the first classic battle. And it's
Yeah,
like, and then this is what happened after. Like,
yeah. Do that and then let us learn about everything through the context of like what they're doing in that battle instead of just like cutting between like three, giving me like little crumbs of like 3 different bits or whatever. But
yeah,
that is what it is. There is some very crazy rushed plot devices in this movie. There's like 3 or 4 of them that are absolutely wild. They come out of nowhere. They don't really make any sense. And I tell you what, McManus, I fucking love this shit. Oh my god. When we get into it, right, we get through the first like 20 minutes of this film and we're cooking. We are absolutely cooking with gas. Julie Garner shows up as a Silver Surfer. There's a purpose for the reason that it's the Shadowbow version and not the Norinrad version. It is utilized in the movie. They didn't just change it for the sake of it. I like that. And we're going to space. We're going to other fucking galaxies. It's the Fantastic Four, you know, just always all working together all of the time. They've got, you know, they've all got their very like distinct roles that they're fulfilling, and it's just classic like reading one of these fucking comics, man. I tell you what, the fucking
yeah,
flying through space. Ben Grimm, perfect. Sue Storm is right off. I think she's by and far the standout of this film. Like she's easily the best performance, the most like well like developed character,
yes,
and the personality is just exactly what she needs to be. The others are
yeah. She
fine.
really is. This Sue Storm could make me concrete, mate. Like, honestly, could.
The others are fine. I thought they didn't really do a lot with Ben Grimm. Like he doesn't really have much of an arc. There's some stuff with him and Natasha Lyonne, who is absolutely wasted. She's a fantastic actor, and she's in 2 scenes, and it's just like. But we got to see him like doing Jewish stuff, and you know that's all true to the comics. And I liked the chemistry that they had in the brief moments that we saw it, but didn't really have any purpose to it other than to be like,
No,
oh,
the
he's sad.
bit,
No, he's rocky and sad.
yeah, but it at least they didn't treat him like at least they didn't treat him like the original movies, like
Yeah,
the how his wife comes back and he's just like,
yeah,
you're an orange monster piece of shit.
yeah.
Here's your
No,
ring. Like,
yeah,
oh,
brutal and weird. But
yeah,
I tell you what,
exactly. And I didn't need to see that.
with the performance capture and like the effects on the way that he looked, like you could feel what he was feeling just through looking at his face. You could tell what he's thinking. There's a scene where some characters have just found something out, and they walk into the kitchen, and he knows straight away, looking at them, what they're about to say, and he doesn't need to say a word. You can read it all over his fucking crusty old mug.
The look he just is he standing or sitting where he's just looking side-eyed to Sue, but he's like also like, but you can tell he's also happy. He's like, are you pregnant? It was like, how do you know? It's like, I love that bit. I had like goosebumps go down my back during that bit. It's like, this guy's awesome. I love him already.
The character was really, really spot on and really like endearing and like, you know, had so much pathos and everything. But we don't really give him an arc. And Johnny, unfortunately, Johnny was like my least favorite in this. Like,
no, you gotta give him something. This Johnny isn't fucking like, this Johnny is smart. He is a cocky bastard, because if you can set yourself on fire,
right,
you'd be a cocky bastard.
He is smart, but I want to ask you about this, because he does have a big part to play in how the plot develops, like, and it's very important. But also, what the fuck is he? What does he do? Was he like a linguistics expert? We don't really ever say what his thing is, but he's all of a sudden able to like crack this crazy fucking cosmic code, and it's like, we don't explain really
but
how he was able to do that.
You're not really supposed to. It's kind of the whole thing. If you know who Johnny Storm is, then you know who Johnny Storm is. And then Reed goes, I teamed with the smartest people I know, and they're like, they're my family.
It's like, so Reed's the brains, Ben's the pilot, Sue's like the political diplomat, like, and the glue that's holding everyone together. We don't really specify what his area of expertise is, and considering so much of the crux of the plot revolves around him having this thing, we don't really establish what that is, and he's able to just fucking figure out this whole thing with very little information.
He just managed to, like, he just listens to an alien language. It's like, I've heard this before. Oh, I can figure this out like a cipher. Like, how? Give us the map.
That was a little bit, and also like, I like that he definitely had a little bit of the Playboy energy. Like, they made it seem like they was going to go away from that in the trailers and the like the promotional stuff or whatever. But he definitely has that. I would have liked it though, because he does have a big arc where he kind of like is willing to like do some bold things like towards the end to save the day. It would have been more impactful had he been more of a dickhead at the beginning. You know what I mean?
I was when the recordings came out of like the things he's heard, like, of he said it's from her world, wasn't it? The recordings were from her world.
They're picking up. Well, again, they don't really.
I was just thinking, if it's
really established, like, why is he getting that? Out of all the he could be getting signals for, this fucking planet that's like billions of light years away or whatever it is, and he just happens to be conveniently getting this one thing that helps him solve, you know, a bigger part of the puzzle later on. It just doesn't really. We don't.
It's making me think. What if one of them, like, I know it's mixed in there, but what if you see the fucking in the subtitles, one of them, because it doesn't say anything about her husband in the movie, or that she even fucking has one.
They don't even go there with that, which is probably for the best. Like I say, it makes sense that they use China Bao because they're able to set up this plot line with Johnny and how that all kind of how they relate to each other and how that kind of plays into the proceedings later on. So I was fine with that. And I'll tell you what, when this movie started out, I was like, I wasn't big on it before I was watching it, and I was not enjoying it at at the beginning, but Pedro Pascal is really. I'm just not quite feeling this. I'm not quite feeling it. And then
Not my read.
not my read, absolutely right. But as the movie progressed, I thought that he showed more, more and more like signs of like what you would want from or expect from a read. And there's some stuff later on where like, and his performance is good throughout the whole film, but I just thought it took a while for me to like warm to this version. And there's some stuff later on where like, because they're again with the like the montage and the new stuff, like they're very like picture perfect 60s, wholesome, like Rockwellian family or whatever. And then later on, when they're like some pressure starts to get put on them, you start to see the cracks. They're not perfect. They are bickering. They do have like issues with each other and how they both handling like certain conundrums
Yeah,
that they
because
kind of have to
the
deal with.
Fantastic Four is supposed to be portrayed as the perfect family.
She's like, I know what you're thinking, and I don't like that. And it's like, well, I have to think of things in a certain way.
Yeah.
If I don't like them or agree with them, because it helps me get to the right answer or whatever. And she's like, what is it she's saying? She's like, sometimes the way you are hurts me. And I was like, oh my God, I've heard that before.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But then that
It's
was
like he can't be like but I understand how Reed Richards like would feel. Like, how would you feel if you're the smartest man on earth, but you're so fucking dumb in some aspects? Like, it's like I'm not.
What else is there? I loved Herbie. I loved the tape face. I love
Yeah,
that
I
they
want one.
changed, I
I
love how
fucking
they
want one.
changed the tape out for like different scenarios. He's got like different programs for like when he's at home or when they're on the spaceship or whatever. I loved all that. I loved the look of the movie. I thought maybe it could have been a bit brighter in some areas, a little bit more pop.
Yeah, the fuzz.
I like the vibe, and I like that it wasn't like too goofy. Like it took itself pretty seriously for the most part. There wasn't a lot of like goofy one-liners like you do get from like a lot of the Marvel movies,
No, I liked it. Like the beginning was just it. It's nice to actually watch a movie where you're just like I'm just stuck watching it, and I'm not talking to myself. Going, like the
Yeah,
beginning of the movie just had me just what's going on. I wasn't actually just like,
I was
what fucking wound me up was just. I know it was filmed with the 60 movies that the Apollo rocket was filmed on, like when it was taking off. But
yeah.
being on a big screen, that the grain was just making me go, like, am I going fucking blind? Or is it the fucking film that's making me do this?
Yeah, no, I generally like the vibe. I thought they it made sense that they did it this way, and the different universe, different tone, and it absolutely fit like the characters. And
I did like one thing, like I love my space shit. I really do. Anything in space, if you do it fucking
yes,
right, and the way it fucking looks and just the
mate,
way it feels, like the rocket was awesome taking off. It was just like, mate, that's fucking Thunderbirds 5 there, isn't it? Like, it really is a fucking Thunderbird going
yeah.
off. And then, and it gets to like, oh, as soon as they even say it, like, that's all, they're going to connect with that and be able to go warp speed, aren't they? Like,
Yeah,
faster than light travel.
that's a
And
really
the
good
way
point.
it's just, they explain bending space is like,
Yeah, all the technology
oh,
like practical, like it all made sense, even though it kind of stuff like the stuff that they had like works differently to ours, you know, and some of it was like more like futuristic, and some of it's like retro with the tapes and stuff. They didn't need to explain how anything worked. It kind of just all was, you know,
Yeah,
functional.
but if you know your science shit, you're gonna fucking understand this.
Yeah, it all just, you just bought it like this. Okay, so that connects to that, and that, like Johnny with his vinyls and stuff that he's listening to. Like, okay, so that's what they are, and that's how that works. And you didn't need to,
How the recordings he's trying to listen to are on fucking vinyls. It's like, what is the length? Do they have a machine that these are just planted on? It's like, how big is this fucking machine? It's recording on.
and we have managed to talk this whole time, McManus, by avoiding the very big elephant in the room. So
Talk about fucking elephant.
let's
Is it a giant purple elephant?
I do like a purple. Is that a book? Nelly the Purple Elephant or something? Anyway,
So multi-patterned.
I don't know. Whatever. Was it like a patchwork, like a patchwork?
Yeah. Multicolored elephant. Yeah.
The elephant. Anyway, comment and let us know if we got the right elephant in the room. But coming back to this elephant, we know Galactus is the villain in this movie. We know we've never had a decent version of it before.
No, we fucking haven't.
I had no idea. Like from all of my life, I was like, I hate that they did the cloud in the other one, but also I couldn't get my head around like, how do you show him? How do you do the perspective, and like how do you frame it and everything? And then when we saw Eternals, I was like, okay, that's how you do it. It can be done. Big old motherfucker can be put on screen, and it can be cool, and it can fit.
And he was still fucking smaller than those.
Otherwise, so we get the warning, and this is all in the trailer as well, so this is not a spoiler. We get the warning: Galactus is coming to end your planet, or to consume your world, or whatever it is she says. Right now, we know what Galactus is. We know what Galactus is, but these poor fuckers have no idea. I think they even say at one point, it's like, oh, what is it, like a dragon, or is it like a big man? And Ben's like, can I punch it or whatever? Like,
you ain't seen shit.
And then that whole scene, man, was like, I was already getting on board with the movie by this point, but then that whole scene, all right, we're not going to just sit here and wait for this Galactus thing to come to us. Let's go and do a little bit of investigating. Right, let's see if we can like figure out what we're dealing with here. So like, we'll go to him or to it, as far as they're aware, right? And that whole scene, like they're going to space, the takeoff, the launch, you know, Sue's very heavily pregnant, which is ridiculous. There's no way you're taking her into space that heavily pregnant. I don't care what technology you got, but I get it. We need to have them all together, and for the plot.
Well, you tell a pregnant Sue Storm no. You tell a heavily pregnant Sue Storm who can turn you into a fucking bubble like that. No.
Yeah.
I ain't fucking messing with her.
Well, I'll tell you what though, the tension the whole time they're on their way there, like, because she's pregnant, you know, the last time they went to space didn't exactly go as planned, and they're headed towards
and Reed keeps beating himself up about it.
Yeah, which they did very subtly, and they addressed it like once or twice. And again, with the way that Ben just carried the emotion, they didn't need to like beat you over the head with it, right? But the tension,
because no one knows the origin of the Fantastic fucking Four.
Yeah, we get it. We know.
You don't look it up.
Absolutely fine. But mate, that whole time on the way there, like knowing, like, we know what they're gonna find, what Galactus is, but they don't, and just watching them like go through it, and then there's the big ship, and then like they land on the ship, and then they get like greeted by the surfer, and she's like, you know what? We don't normally do this. Normally we like a reservation, but Galactus would actually have a chat with you. and then
Yeah,
it's like
for
that slow walk, and then when they see it, oh my god, that's a big boy, McManus. That's a very big boy, and it is just a massive.
and that's just the person that can fit in his fucking ship.
Yes.
And they don't show him changing any other sizes, but the fucker can.
Well, you don't see it happen, but it clearly does happen because he's much bigger there than what he is later on in the movie when he comes to Earth again. That's in the trailer. But I love the design, all like the detail on his suit, and then like the pipes that fed into him from the ship. Like again, everything kind of like we didn't exactly know what was doing what, but it all kind of made sense. We get the picture of like how it works. Okay, so he consumes the planet. He absorbs the energy into the ship feeds it into him, whatever it is, like, and we even get the whole thing of the origin where he talks about, where he came from and what his kind of thing is. And then I just shouldn't have brought two to space. Right. I think at this point, spoilers, right? Definitely spoilers now. So, so if you don't want to know, don't put your way, right? He scans them. He's like, okay, what am I dealing with here? Like, these are some bold ass people coming to me in my fucking town. They come to me. I go to you, mate. Nobody's coming to Galactus. He's not a hosting man, right? And he scans them, and then the beam lands on Sue and the belly. Told you shouldn't have brought the pregnant lady to space. I told you shouldn't have done it. And it's like, oh, nom nom nom. What have we got going on in here? That's interesting. And the fact that, because I thought like he was going to want the kids because it's like, because in the comics, Franklin could like create universes, right? So I assumed
just by like even having a side thought, like that's horrible to think of.
Yeah, but I assumed that the whole point would be like, oh well, if he can create universes, then Galactus would want him to, because he could just make planets, right? And he can just make universes for Galactus to feed on. But that's not exactly what he wants. He's like, I've been doing this shit for a long time, and this kid has the potential,
the capacity to take all my fucking power,
for me to put all this fucking cosmic power into him, and then I'm fucking free. I'm done. See you later. This kid can carry on with the hunger. I fucking love that. I always used to say, and people always used to think I was crazy with manners. Like people, you're talking, you're moaning about they never get the Fantastic Four right, and people are like, well, how do you do it, right? In my expert opinion, because everyone's coming to me for this, obviously, right? And people used to look at me weird because I used to say Fantastic Four should be Interstellar meets Ghostbusters, right? The way like the dynamic and the crazy like science talk, but then actually, go into space. And I'll tell you what, that's pretty much what this movie is, man. It's Interstellar meets Ghostbusters. It even has a big thing walking around in New York City, and it wants to take the baby to use his body. That's Ghostbusters too.
Oh, you absolute wanker.
It's Ghostbusters too.
I swear I either messaged you about this or I told Sam. Hang on. Yeah, I'll show you. Yeah, right. I've got fucking proof of this. I do. Because as soon as I got home, Dean, there's no fucking word of a lie. No, lie. I got home 35 minutes and I just went, did I just watch the premises of Ghostbusters 2?
It is, man, but it's good though. good. And I like both
Right, here you go.
way, but
Yeah, hang
yeah,
on.
this
And
is
this is Well, I've got to see what day this was.
right. Well, I'll keep going while you're looking for that.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, carry on.
No worries. So yeah, he wants the baby, and then they got to go back to everyone and be like, and they didn't even need to tell them this. They all get back to Earth, and they're like, "Well, tell us, Fantastic Four, how did you beat Galactus?" And they're like, "Well, actually, we didn't. And also, he wants our baby, or he's going to destroy the Earth." They
He was
didn't.
like, "Fucking give him!" Yes,
They did. They did. I don't know why they. I mean, I appreciate the honesty, but I don't think they needed to share that. They should have just gone there. They should have just come back and said, "Yeah, you can't beat this thing. It's coming, and that's it." Like, we'll try and figure out a plan, which we do get to. I want to talk about that in a second because it is bonkers.
Sorry, kids, I'm smoking, but it's just a cigarette. So.
Bonkers, mate. And this is one of the things that I like and dislike simultaneously about this movie. It's a ridiculous plot twist. We set up earlier that Reed's trying to teleport an egg, and he can't. He can do it, but it's not easy. It's pretty. It drains you all the energy or whatever. And then it's like, I know what we're gonna do. I can barely teleport an egg, but I reckon we could teleport the entire planet away from Galactus. That
I bet someone fucking watched Doctor Who for that shit.
It's a ridiculous idea, and I love that about it. Even though it doesn't really make sense given the context that he can barely do the egg, and they're like, "Yeah, I'm sure we can make this work." And we got I love that they got the whole planet working together. Everyone's doing their part. They're manufacturing stuff. They're conserving power or whatever. But just the audacity of Reed Richards to be like, "I've got it, everyone. I'm going to teleport the Earth across the universe."
Yeah, this is teleport the planet. Yeah, you have no idea where we're going, but it beats being eaten by a fucking celestial. Like, you know, we're in a set rotation in a fucking in a solar system, yeah, and it's just gonna be one planet out of sight, out of sync, drifting through fucking space.
Like,
fucking great idea.
He probably finds like a comparable solar system, like with a sun. So he's probably figured out, but they don't even address that. I would have liked maybe for them to have addressed like a little bit of the practicalities of doing that. Like,
exactly, it's like, do you know where we're going? Are we going to be safe?
All you needed was one line of him saying like, "Oh, don't worry, they've got a yellow sun and it'll be fine." Like, just say something to acknowledge it, but they don't, and that's fine.
Yeah, sends us straight into a Kree war zone.
He doesn't need to exactly right. He doesn't need to explain himself. He's fucking Reed Richards, and he's figured it all out. And you just get the end product, and then they're like, and then that's not going to work. Of course, that plan doesn't work because we've seen it in the trailer. Galactus is coming. We're not going anywhere. He's getting here, and my God, McManus, I dreamed of this shit. Dreamed of big Galactus walking through New York City and the Fantastic Four just doing anything that they can to like figure this out. And like, it's not, I would say fight him. It's not really a fight. It's just trying to manage this ridiculous situation. You've got Johnny flying into his eye and dropping Ben Grimm on his head. He fucking says the line. You got Reed getting stretched apart, which was the always wish, and especially
the smirk on his face while he's doing it. Like,
I always say I want to see more ways of Reed stretching. I want to do more with that power, and I fucking regretted it immediately because that was painful to watch. That was
it really was. It made me hurt so bad. It's like, but he's supposed to be like fucking. What are those stretchy bastards we had when we were kids?
What, Stretch Armstrong?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's like supposed to be like this
yeah,
guy could go on for fucking fathoms. Like this guy
yeah.
can't outstretch, but
Well,
this one
I
obviously
don't.
has limits.
A lot of people were moaning about that. I don't mind it because I think it's one thing for you to stretch yourself, but to have somebody else do it to you against your will, I think is probably where the tension comes from. And maybe he can still develop his powers and do weirder, wackier shit.
Yeah, well, it's only been 4 years, isn't it? So
Yeah. So I gave that a pass because you know I can I can lift my arm up behind my head, right? And that doesn't hurt. But if somebody else did that to me, I would be very, very uncomfortable. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
I kind of took it as that logic. But just the car, them all working together, Sue going absolute fucking beast mode. Oh my god. If she can hold off Galactus for that long, how powerful are we going to need to make a Doctor Doom?
very fucking powerful.
He's fighting
Like
her.
like Rip Spanos. That's a new
Yeah,
one. Spanos. Rip Thanos' spine out of his fucking back while
yeah.
he's still
He's gonna.
standing.
I, I, I reckon we're gonna see that. They're gonna. He's gonna have. He's gonna have to have all the magic, all the tech. I still don't know how I feel about this whole Robert Downey Doom situation, but I think the general like the powers and I think like that side of it is going to be portrayed like pretty
have you
accurate.
got him? Have you got him on Instagram?
I do follow him, yeah.
He's been reading up lately.
Yeah, he's been posting a lot of stuff, and yeah, obviously he's in the post-credit scene. I was like, yeah, that's fine. We don't really get a good enough look at it, but the fact
So shiny the mask is.
and yeah, it was a bit shiny, and the cape and the hood was a little bit leathery, but whatever. I'm not going to judge that. It'll be fine. I'm sure he's going to look right off the page. That's not the part of how they're doing Doom that I'm worried about. But to backtrack
What?
real
Yeah.
quick,
What? You'll probably get into it. Oh, go on. Sorry.
so just to backtrack real quick, is it weird that Reed thought of teleporting the whole planet before it occurred to him to just teleport Galactus? Why would you not have thought of that first? You know what I mean?
Well, you need a device and him to not notice it.
I guess. And it was a little bit like slapstick how they're like, oh, we'll put the baby in the thing, right? And then we'll quick blind him and then we'll swap him with a fake empty one. I was like, oh, okay, whatever. Like surely Galactus is like omnipotent, right? He don't need to actually be able to see. He just knows what's going on, I would imagine. So
What's it calls him? He goes clever little what? Clever little ants or something
yeah,
like
clever
that.
little answer or something. But again, I think when it went like broad and like silly and like didn't really explain, I think all of that stuff for the most part still fit in with like this is the Fantastic Four, this is a different universe, it's super smart, it's like old school 60s sci-fi. So I thought it all played really well in overall with the tone and the story and everything. And yeah, I don't know, man. Doom. Because the whole time as well, because we've seen that ship in the Thunderbolts post-credit scene. This is one of the last things I'll get to. So normally you're watching this film, you're like, well, obviously the Earth is going to be fine, right? Because so I'm not worried about it. I just want to see how it plays out, right? But because we saw that post-credit scene, we're like, fuck. Because we don't know if they're in there, but we're all assuming that's them in there. And if they come to a different universe, you assume that that's because their universe gets fucked, right? So the whole time I'm sitting there like, shit, like they might not actually win here. The Earth is still like up for grabs as far as Galactus is concerned. It could get eaten. The whole,
Yeah,
everything.
because where has he actually gone?
So I still
You just say it's like it's far, far away. It's like,
whereas normally I wouldn't have been worried about like any of the characters or the planet itself. I was actually, this is where like the perks of like doing a shared universe is that you can set that stuff up and make us like question like what's going to happen, is everything going to be all right or whatever. And I thought that was that was smart, and that worked in favor of the movie. And we don't even get to that, we don't even see that in even in the end credits, like, so we don't know how and why they're gonna come over and how it's
Yeah, there was a theory that the thing like Galactus gets pushed through, it might be a portal. They say it sends him far, far away. It doesn't say it sends him to another dimension and in the same universe as the MCU.
it
Also,
it could that could
um,
be way.
Doom was kneeling down. They say there's a theory that Franklin sees his face and is just like, "Oh, I can help you," or it's Doom trying to be nice to the kid so he can grab him,
Yeah.
escape on escape on their next ship,
Mm-hmm.
and the only place Earth does not have a Fantastic Four is the MCU.
Yeah, I totally think that ship at the end of Thunderbolts is probably Doom stolen their ship, and that's what we
Yeah,
see is him with Franklin on that
because
ship.
the space
And
crisis would totally make sense then.
yeah, and he's coming to the MCU maybe because I don't know, maybe he's trying to like track down something, or it maybe it's because he needs to just get away, or so, like you say, somewhere where they're not there, so he can like figure out the next part of the plan. But you assume that like his goal is going to be to get to Loki and like and try and stop these incursions from happening, right? So maybe he wants to get Franklin to Loki so that he can take control over the different timelines and stop the incursions or whatever, right? Because he's going to think that he's doing a good thing, and he needs Franklin in the 616 to do it.
One thing I would like to see if that Galactus gets put over to this MCU, I really would like to see him like see a Celestial turn up and be like, "Wait, what the fuck?"
I would like, I would really like to see them connect Galactus with the Celestials, but I think because Eternals flopped, I don't think that we're probably not really going to get any more of that stuff.
Yeah, because apparently they canned fucking Black
Yeah.
Knight.
So I
I
don't.
was like,
I think that would probably
I
be.
was up for that. I would have liked to seen
Yeah,
that.
I would have done, but I've got a feeling that we might not see the Celestials and that stuff come back to into into the picture, unfortunately. But
I
I
did
don't
like
know, and I think I don't know if every universe is going to have its own Galactus, or like you say, if it's going to be their one that comes
that.
through, and then he gets to our universe, and then we get the regular, Norrin Rad Silver Surfer, and then that's another reason for the Fantastic Four to come over, or for Doom to come over. Because maybe Doom wants Galactus's power, because in the comics, Doom has stolen Galactus's power on numerous occasions. And if we already know that Franklin is able to contain that, then maybe he wants Franklin, and then he wants Franklin he basically wants to do what Galactus wanted to do, is put all Galactus's power in Franklin so that he can then use it however he wants. I don't know. All I will say is that this movie is definitely getting a top from me, and not in that way, but also it would. So, any final thoughts, McManus, on this, and where's your ranking?
I'm just gonna go back to this sec. Yeah, the day Fantastic Four came out, what was the day?
Friday 25th, I think it was.
Okay. So yeah, this my Sam, who I went to the cinema with, we always go watch Marvel movies together.
Yeah.
And as soon as we got out of the cinema, he went home. I got back. I chilled out for a bit, and I like to reminisce and then go on to there's a YouTuber who does like everything you miss
Yeah,
in the movie that's just come out, and I watched that, and it just literally it was sort of 5 or 10 minutes into watching it on YouTube, and I went, "Oh, wait the fuck a minute." So I text Sam, and I said to him, "If you think about it, did we just fucking watch Ghostbusters 2?" And he goes, "No, lol." I'm like, "Yes, think about it." And he goes, "Don't want to."
it'll hurt
And I
your
was
head,
like,
and it'll hurt your
yeah,
head,
and
your heart.
yeah, it's I'm going for it. Oh shit.
Yeah,
So,
what we
it's
call
well, it is not really, and this is where I go. Woman has kid. A team of 4 people. Big guy wants kid. Flying person trying to steal kid. Giant walking through New York. Bad guy gets sent through portal, and he just goes, "It's not the same." I know it's not the fucking same,
it's
but
close enough. It's close enough.
exactly. I am so glad that you actually picked up on that because I was thinking I'm the fucking mad bum because I literally think about movies way too much and I
Yeah.
go way into them. And like, "Oh,
So,
Ghostbusters too."
so despite the Ghostbusters comparison, where are you at overall on this?
I thoroughly enjoyed it. I might as well have been skipping home on the way back. Like I wasn't pre-blown. Like there was a copy that came out the night before. I was like, I could really fucking ruin this movie for myself right now because I do it all the time. If I'm too impatient to actually wait, or if a movie's not coming out of it, I'll find it on the fucking internet. But yeah, I didn't do it, and I waited to go and watch the movie, and it was fucking worth it.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
did actually enjoy this.
I still not 100% sure if I like this more than Thunderbolts or not, but it's hard to say because this is such an important thing in my childhood and getting to see like the Galactus battle at the end and a lot of the other imagery throughout this movie, even if some of it was a bit montagey at the beginning, uh, was, was there's just so much in this is just like things that I've wanted to see since I was a kid. But
Hmm.
even if I take all of that away and just try and be a bit more objective about it, like this is tight, man. This is fun. This is like a classic, you know, old school superhero movie. There's no bullshit. There's no baggage. It's just the plot, and we're just going. There's no like cameos and references to all this other stuff. It's just classic old school superhero movie, but with the actual ability to do all the crazy shit that you wouldn't have been able to do back in 2005 or 94 or whatever, you know? And
Yeah, yeah.
this was pretty much as good as you could make it. I would have liked a little bit more from Johnny and Ben, but that's fine. Maybe the movie could have been
Well,
10, 15, 20 minutes longer, but this is pretty good.
yeah.
I this
I was
is I'm
by
happy with.
halfway through. By halfway through, I was 2 beers in, and I really didn't want to move because I was right at the front of the cinema, and like like I do it to myself. I love the seats in Clacton Cinema when I buy them because I'll buy 20 and 21 because they're bang smack in the middle. Anyone who I take with me to the cinema is deadly embarrassed. It's like, why are we sitting right at the front? It's like, because these are the best fucking seats. And every time, like, they always moan at me before because they haven't been and sat there before. Because who the fuck goes to sits right at the front of the fucking cinema? I fucking do, and I'm unapologetic for it. But yeah, there's that. You know, like 8 o'clock performances are always better because there's more people. Like most of them are half fucking drunk because we're in Clacton, and the cinema gets sold out, so you get more of an atmosphere of it. I do like them. I also like going to see them on my own because there's no fucking people. But the 8 o'clock version, there was just one person sat right in my fucking seat. There was about 15 people in the cinema like
That's,
that evening
that's
for
brutal.
those seats, and it's just one
Oh,
is like,
fucking rough.
I'm not going now because that bastard is in my seat. Let alone there's probably 200 seats I could possibly pick around me. It's like, that bastard's in my seat.
Oh, mate. But other than that,
uh, yeah,
you're top.
yeah,
You top in
yeah,
this
yeah, yes.
absolutely.
It's,
And I know you like this more than Thunderbolts. This is
oh fuck
probably
yeah.
this is probably the best Marvel film of the year, maybe of the past several years. And yeah, I'm still skeptical with Doomsday, but this definitely helps me be excited and be hopeful for the future of the other movies. Because again, I thought
It better
Thunderbolt
be.
was fantastic. I thought this was great, and just
I just hope they don't
we
fuck it
get back
up in the
on track.
future.
You know, I'm hoping that this is a sign now that we are back on track, and that it's going to be. It's never going to
It
be
just
the old days, but you know, it can
no,
still
no.
be
It
the
just
days ahead.
it got
And,
way too much. There was too many people, especially when Marvel went over to Disney. There's so many people, too many people going, I want this, I want this, I want this to be like this, I want it to be like this, and this. And I guarantee none of them motherfuckers picked up a comic book in any of their fucking lives.
no, but everyone's got a keyboard, McManus, so there is that in there.
Mm.
But on that note, this let us know what you think. Is this the best one of the year? Is this the best one since Endgame? Are you excited for Doomsday?
Stop bringing up fucking Endgame.
If you wasn't um, excited for the future of the MCU before this, has this changed it? You know, has this not changed it? Yeah, you staying where you
For better,
were.
for worse, what is it?
Let us know what you think or anything else. Click a like, click a subscribe. This might be the last video for a little while, but the channel's still going to be here. There will still be stuff going on. We're just not sure exactly what. We're going to be taking a little bit of a break, recalibrating, and if you follow us on
We'll
all the
figure something out.
socials, you'll know what's going on. And until then, we will see you another time at Manage. I will see you another time. And good night, everyone. Have a fantastic
Peace.
evening. Boom.